Oh, I've caught a couple little bitty long-eared sunfish. You need my license?
Yeah, if you have one, you pulled it up.
There's one. Oh, that's a bass. Oh my goodness. Once again, and welcome back to another episode of Hoosierback Outdoors. My name is Ben. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel even more, go check out the link in the description. Pick you up some Hoosierback Outdoor merchandise. Not only will you be supporting the channel, but you'll also be supporting local small business here in my community. We have come back to a different spot in the creek that we haven't been to all year. You may remember this from last year, where we caught some nice spotted bass out of this particular spot. So we're going to throw the chest camera on and we're going to take you down there and see if we can get on some fish. Stay tuned. I'll show you what we're fishing with today. We have a Mr. Twister grub tail on here. You know what? It looks like I need to put a new body on this. We'll get down there to the creek and stick a new body on this feller. Bites in here. Little bitty. There's a fish. There's a fish. What have we got here? Hey! Big, chunky rock bass. Man, oh man. Chunky little rock bass. They have such a weird way of biting it. It's like really slow, and then they follow you for a while. There you go, bud. I was just about to give up on this little lure. I guess not. Let's try another cast in here. He seems about that really slow, so maybe I should be slowing down with my retrieve. There's one. Oh, that's a bass. Oh my goodness. That would be a smallmouth. Nice. I've not caught many smallmouth out of this spot. Nice. He was hooked good too, right in the snoot. Look at there. Nice smallmouth. Wow, that's great. What a great smallmouth. That is an awesome looking fish. All right, here we go. Let's let you go, buddy. Ow. Hello, world. Nice little smallmouth. Wow, that was cool. I have no service down here, so what's going to happen is when I get to where there's service, it's going to send all those pictures of Tyler at once. Tyler's not with me today. He is feeling under the weather. So he said he was just going to piddle around at the house and relax. I don't blame him. If you're wondering which lure you should use for creek fishing, if you've never tried a creek before, you wonder what lure to use, go get you some little jig heads, inexpensive. Go get you some little swirl tail bodies. Yum makes them. Mr. Twister makes them. Many other companies make these little white swirl tail grubs, but they work amazing for every species you could think of. So go get you some. Try them out. If you've never fished a body of water before, that's what I would start with. And you can move on from there. Of course, I've used Ned rig. You know, once you figure out what kind of species is in the creek, you can use a Ned rig, a wacky rigged worm. You can use trout magnets. But yeah, to start off with, I'd always use a white swirl tail grub, because it's gonna work. It's just gonna work. All right, let's try something a little smaller. I'm gonna tie something else on. Let's see how well it works. We have switched to a chartreuse and orange trout magnet, and hopefully this will catch whatever has been pecking at this bigger lure. Hopefully I can cast it. I have 4-pound line on here, 4-pound mono, so should be okay. Bringing it back real slow. Oh, there was one hit it, but he didn't hang on. Must have been really small. Try this again. There's something. Just what I thought. Long-eared sunfish. Look how tiny this fish is. This here is catfish bait. Long-eared sunfish. What a pretty fish. Oh goodness. Let's see if there's another one in there. They hit so hard for such a tiny fish. There's already hits out there. Looks like they ain't wanting to bite no more. Oh, there's one. There's one. Another one. Long-eared sunfish. This one has a big mark on it. Oh. No, I can't pick him up. There we go. Little feller. See over on his other side, he's got a mark right here. That's either a parasite or it's where a turtle or something's tried to get him. So neat how you'll get all them little tiny bites. And you won't know what it is until you downsize your bait. Seems like the bright color's working good. Bunch of little bites there, but nothing's able to get it. You can probably see the end of my pole every time I get a hit. There's a little stream coming in. It looks like an underground spring. Empties into the creek right here. So you would think that there would be a bunch of fish congregated around that. It's usually a good indicator of where there'll be some fish at. Make sure my lure is not messed up. So we know there's sticks in the water right there. Let's try on the other side of that. Well, didn't cast very well. What in the world? It's on the downstream side of that rock there.
Are you doing any good?
Oh, I've caught a couple little bitty long-eared sunfish.
Is that all? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
You need my license?
Yeah,
Well, it's on my phone.
It's on your phone?
Yeah.
Tell you what, there should be like a sport ID number, and that'll tell me if it's issued.
Okay. Let me find it real quick. Lord knows I got a bunch of fish pictures. You know what that's like.
You do a lot of fishing down here in the creek?
You know what I did? I came down here 5 or 6 times last year,
Yeah.
and it's the first time I've been down here this year. I usually go over there off of Armstrong Station Road.
Yes. There by those 2 bridges?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people do fish there. That's pretty deep.
Me and my buddy went up to Clear Creek 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
A foot of water, we was wading, and he caught a 3-pound smallmouth.
No, okay.
I told him, I said, you don't see fish that smallmouth that big south of Indy.
Yeah, that is big.
Yeah, it was huge.
You ever catch them in here or over there?
I just caught a little smallmouth about 12 inches right down there.
Did you really?
Yeah, like first cast, and then I ain't caught one since.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
License number
Yeah, what's that say?
210-406-232-0407.
Okay. Yep, you're good.
Bought on 4/1/21.
But the first 6 numbers are the year, month, and day. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
21, yeah. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
I'm gonna leave my truck here for a minute, so it'll sit there for a while.
Okay. Thank you. And friends, that's why it pays, no matter how far off the beaten path you are. It pays to have your fishing license. It's better to pay 17 bucks than, for instance, here, if I wouldn't have had my license, I would have got a citation. That would have cost about $150. And that's twice this year I've been checked. And I hardly ever got checked in the past. As you can see, it pays to have your fishing license. Conservation officer showed up and I gave him my license number. Everything worked out fine. Had a nice conversation, and they're always friendly when you're obeying the law. Keep that in mind. Thanks so much once again. We'll see you next time, but until next time, get out there and enjoy the outdoors. We'll see y'all later.